All right, so since it is the beginning of 2017 and I'm getting lots of emails from my marathoners about their marathon goals, for many runners, the BQ is the goal, and the BQ is also, I think, a little arbitrary. Anyway, I have a lot of conversations about goal setting around the Boston Marathon, or just goal setting for the marathon, and since people want the BQ, that's the goal. You know, they'll say something like, hey, I just took an hour off my marathon. If I take another hour off, I'm only 10 minutes away from a BQ. I think I'm going to BQ this March. That's what I'm going to have my goal. That sounds a little challenging. Yeah. An hour is a big improvement, and then if you only need another hour, say, or maybe you only need another half hour, and then you're just 10 minutes away. So it seems like that math might work. And I look at it like, what makes me think, if I were to do that, it would be like me saying, I'm going to set up my personal goals. I'm going to scratch off that 16-minute 5K. I'm an 800 runner at heart, so I'd like to get back into that. And when I started the 800, I ran a 207 was my first time. I worked that down to a 152 indoors, so that's about a 15-second improvement. So if I can knock off, and since then, I mean, it's been a little while, but my form has improved. I'm a little bit stronger. My foot strike is sharper.
I can tell.
I'm a little bit, I've done a lot of running over the past 15 years, so I figure I don't need to improve by 15 seconds. I'll be more reasonable. I'll improve by 10 seconds. If I can get to about 142, then I'll be, on the world scene. So it's I'm going to give myself the chance to qualify for the World Championships, hopefully April-ish, and then if I don't do it then, maybe in the fall I'll give it another go. But I think that math is about right.
Yeah, so if you're telling me that just in a handful of months, you could go from the great Dan that you are now to being a world record holder.
Not just in the race.
In the world to be the best runner or the fastest guy in the world. If you
close, I don't need to be the world record.
Okay, but you'd be able to race the other guys that have that.
I just want to be in the mix.
Possibility. Just a few months, huh? That doesn't seem right, man.
Doesn't seem right?
No, because if you carry the 1, 10 seconds is a lot to just shave off, especially if you already shaved 15. Your life, I feel like your life has a certain potential. And
Jarick, you're making my point.
Okay, all right.
That's my point. The BQ is a pretty arbitrary number. It's just over there. It's for people who are close to it or are nearby and want to get into that race. If your running's over a year, we got to deal with where you are, where you're going to be next, and the best indication of anything. The best indication of whether you're going to get in another car accident or in a car accident is probably whether you've already been in a car accident. It's usually past can predict the future in some ways. Yes. So past performance might predict future performances. So if you're somebody who's run, that was my sunny example.
Okay.
The best indicator of whether you're going to be rich is your dad rich?
Damn it.
that's a better one. There are other indicators. Hopefully talent for you and I, Jarick.
Talent is always hard work.
But the best indication of where your running can go is where your running is, and maybe a better way to understand your marathon goal would be to go out and run a hard 10 miles. Plug that into a calculator. I like the Runner's World calculator, or I like the Jack Daniels calculator is a great one. So you can Google either of those calculators, plug in your 10 miles, how it went, and then see what that predicts for your marathon time. And that's something you can work from, and you can train for a little bit more smart, I guess. A little bit smarter, a little bit more reasonable. I think the idea with goal setting is to have a comfortable reach and set yourself up for success, and then build from there. So it's not that a BQ is out of the range for everybody. You can improve an hour and improve another hour, but in the case of the 800, to go back to my example, it took me 4 years of fighting very hard to get 4 seconds. When I think about everything I put into those 4 seconds, it seems like pretty arbitrary right now.
No.
But my point is, each one of those seconds gets harder and harder and harder to get. You can ask any world-class athlete. And as you're learning to run, you can make giant improvements. And as you get better, there are things you can do to still make improvements, but you have to be reasonable. So because you knocked off an hour, it doesn't mean you're going to knock off another hour. It doesn't mean you shouldn't try, but you should set your goals based on where you are. That would be my advice.
So and you ended it on a positive note. You can still work towards it, but be reasonable, people. Just be reasonable.